Okay, we are back for the bone throw in the woman's medicine class, and we asked the spirits of the bones a series of what amounted to complex questions altogether. So Kay said it's an interesting read. Here are the questions. What is woman's medicine? What do the Whitakers mean when they talk about life being a circle? Why do women need to be at the center? And what is the man's role in this dance? And how do women get back to the center place and help men take their rightful place in the circle in the process? Okay. And the spirits?
With the bone throw, the spirits talk by placing the different bone pieces on the ground, which has a design. And there are 3 particular bones that are very long and skinny, and they are called pointers. They create energy lines, and they define the flow of the information and the discussion. The first energy line is with this longest skinny bone right here in the middle. It's going right across the torso. Torso is made up of circles here. There's a head at the top and a head at the bottom. It's obviously very stylized human figure. There's hands and feet. And right through the middle of the torso, going this way, is the first pointer. Creates an energy line that starts both out here with this little piece and moves this way through a bunch of pieces through the circles in the torso and up through the top, head, and over at the very top on the left side is another little piece that everything's pointing to. That's the end of the first pointer line. Second pointer is this piece. It's creating an energy line that moves this way, more horizontally, across from the left foot through the groin to the right foot. The third energy line is here in the middle. It's parallel to the first one, and it's headed in the opposite direction. Its energy line starts way up at the top of the head with that piece that gets pointed at from the first line, and it moves down through the torso, talks about some of the same pieces again that the first line does, and then it crosses the second line and comes way down here to the lower eye. There's a place of crossing here of the 3 lines. This line is coming down a little diagonally, kind of vertical, but a little off to the diagonal. Starts on left upper and crosses the vertical midline just a little bit, goes into the right side. And the right line is going this other way. It's mostly vertical, but it's a little bit diagonal. And the line is starting in the right side. The right lower head moves through the torso, ends up in the upper head on the left side. So it's crossing the vertical midline. The third line is parallel to that first line, and they make an intersection. That intersection is right here in the groin. It's in this whole area of the bottom part of the torso, the genitals, the groin, where the legs are meeting. It's the very upper parts of the legs here. This is all in the influence of the crossing of the lines. And that accentuates that area, makes it very, very important. And every time a line goes through an area or bone, it's describing something about that bone piece and where it's sitting, and it talks about it in terms of the questions. So these things are being talked about over and over and over again in slightly different ways. With this particular bone throw, the questions, there's 4 questions, and they're about the same issue, but they're different enough that it makes it complex for the spirits to be able to answer everything. And the way they try to answer it is with creating layers. The ground itself has many different layers of meaning. One has to do with time, another has to do with body parts, maybe physical things or symbolic things, many, many different layers. So I'll address the first question first, and we'll talk about how everything comes out answering the first question first. The first question is, what is women's medicine? Now this first line is starting over here on the lower right face in kind of an ear area. This little piece is Sesheta. She's the Egyptian goddess of magic, and she is able to make things manifest. She's pure potential. She's all about the magic of bringing things into being, bringing things to life, bringing things into 3D time space. She's on the right side. Everything on the right side is 3D time space, linear, male, masculine, very linear. Everything on the left side is very female, feminine, non-linear. Everything of the psychic, spiritual, energetic realms is left side. So magic's home is of the left side, the female, feminine. And she's on that right side, the right face down there. She's the beginning of the line, the beginning of the story. So what is women's medicine? Women's medicine is the magic of bringing things from the non-linear into the linear. From the non-physical into the physical. Manifesting, birthing. The line, interestingly enough, travels up this way. The next piece on the line is a penis. It represents passion and sexuality and sensuality. It's also on the right side. Women's medicine has to do with the passion of life, the passion of whatever the woman wants to be involved in and loves to do and be part of and create. This is a very exciting piece. It's right side up. It's full of energy. It's full of the energy of this area where all the lines meet together, the crossover area. It's part of that. Women's medicine has to do with their sexuality and sex itself. Conceiving, birthing. The line moves up and goes straight through the birthing area. This entire crossover territory is the birthing area. It goes straight through the top of the right leg. The right leg, the legs themselves, both of them, have to do with foundation. Foundation, the framework, the things that hold your house up. You don't have a good framework, you don't have a good foundation, you don't have good pillars to hold your building up. It's a bad building and it's going to fall down pretty soon. So this is about the foundation of the circle, the foundation of life. This is women's medicine. This is the description of the special magic that women carry. And in the influence of this line here that goes through the leg, and these guys are on the leg, this is the snake, and that is attention. Focus of attention. Where is the attention focused? It's touching the genitals, the groin. It's on the very top of the leg. It's in this first line. Women's medicine is their ability to focus and hold their focus. The snake is right side up. This is about holding your attention, holding your focus. Snake is about life energy. Wherever you have your attention aimed, the life energy follows. And here it is aimed at the whole genital area, reproduction. There's a reflection of all the things that are talking about reproduction in this piece over here on the right foot. That is continuance. And continuance is reflected over and over, and it's brought up over and over and over again through the whole throw, all the answers. Women's medicine is about continuance, about their ability to bring new life, to support, to raise new life, children. The children, the next generation, this is the survival of the family line, the genes of the family line. This is the survival of the tribe. This is the survival of humanity. The next generation. And their medicine keeps revolving around the safety, the betterment of the next generation, and the continuance of the next generation, so that we can keep having more generations and the human race will not stop. The other side of this line on the right leg, this is the piece for women and female, feminine, non-linear. They're on the leg. They support. They are the foundation. They're the foundation of the circle. So we go up a little farther, and in the same influence area here, this is the frog. And the frog is all about helping others, being in service to others. The frog sings and brings the rain, but she never sings in order to bring the rain. She sings because she's expressing her song and her passion for life and her aliveness and her love. She's in love with everything. Right next to the frog is this black triangle. This is the vulture, unconditional love. She's in love with everything and everybody and herself. She's in love with life. And it just wells up inside her, and she has to express it. And it bubbles up in a song. And so she sings her song. She sings her frog song. As a side effect, a consequence, it stimulates the water molecules to evaporate, to rise up, go and make clouds, collect, become heavy, come down as rain. And the rain is the nourishment, it's the continuation of life. Rain, without the water, we can't sustain life, our kind of life on this planet. So in a roundabout kind of way, she is a bringer, a sustainer of that cycle of water, that cycle of life, of the continuance. So this is part of women's medicine. We move up the line, and here's the piece for men, and going up farther to the end, here's the male energies. Male, linear. That one is sitting on the upper head, on the left side. It's in the non-linear territory. This lower one here, the men, is just over on the right side. So it's in that territory of linear. Women and men, the male and the female, are on the same line. All these energies, they're all on the same line. And one side points to the other side. One helps the other side. We need both. We need both of these kinds of medicines. We need both the circle, the outer circle, and we need the center dot. We must have the masculine and the feminine together, doing their part, holding the balance, keeping the cycles going round and round and moving and moving. A big piece of women's medicine is the movement of these cycles. The men have their part as well. And the male, stimulates that activity in the female that brings around the cycles. Another thing in this birthing area influence of medicine of the women is the vulture, unconditional love. And it is in the genital area and all the way up into the second chakra area. So this is holding, containing, birthing, gestating, unconditional love. This is a big piece of her medicine. In the area also is the lion, and the lion is standing up and owning your place, your song, your own medicines and your gifts, to respect them and honor them, and respect and honor yourself. Standing up, owning it and being it. This is not a flaunting. It has nothing to do with power over anything. It's a matter of knowing yourself and your song and your gifts and your medicines, how they operate in the world, how they operate within these cycles in the circle, and owning that, being part of it, being an active part of the dance. Also in the influence, down the leg just a little bit, are the ant and the moon. The moon is about emotions, deep, deep carrying emotions. The ant is talking about work. The work, the employment, the tasks, the daily tasks, the activities that take up your time through the day. These are on the leg, the right leg. This is about activities within the world. Women's activities involve deep emotional involvement in life, deep emotional involvement in everything that is female, that is serving and helping. Deep emotional involvement with the men, the male aspects. Deep emotional involvement with her own attention and focus and what she's focusing on. Deep emotional involvement with everything that has to do with sex, conception, gestating, birthing, caring for, raising, teaching, bringing up, educating the young, the next generation, the kids, the babies. And this is her passion. Deep emotion, deep passion, deep love. And this all is a reflection on this continuance. The continuance is a big key. Creativity, all kinds of creativity. That's the black curve here. Creativity in birthing babies. That's pretty creative. All kinds of other creativity. Making art, making medicine, bringing healing, bringing knowledge, sharing that knowledge. This is part of women's medicine as well. And that's part of the dynamic, the dynamic of life, and it's being shared. That creativity crosses the vertical midline. It's in the linear and the nonlinear. The creativity starts in the nonlinear. It starts with a thought, an idea, information collected from the spirits, from the nonlinear. And it's put together. It's brought together. It's worked inside of the self. And something is understood and gained, becomes knowingness. New ideas, new tools, new creations are thought up, brought together. This is a blueprint of something new to come. And it gets handed over to the male on the right side, the male energy. And it's put into 3D time space. The male energy is about 3D time space and the maintenance, the management of 3D time space and how we are living and interacting with our own 3D time space. The male energy, the men, they take the blueprint and get some real nails and hammers and the materials and build the blueprint in the 3D world. They make something three-dimensional, physical out of it. And then they hold it there. The male energy holds things into 3D time space, manages and maintains it in 3D time space. So that is a beginning list of medicines, of women. The next question is, what do the Hedekas mean when they say life is a circle? And here again, we're going to start with the first line and the first pieces, the lines that it makes, and how it interacts with the ground, the other lines, this central crossover area where all the lines are crossing over each other. And we'll be answering the second question with the entire ground, all the pieces, all the lines. This is, as we would say in bone language, we're reading another layer. So, life is a circle. Why do they say life is a circle? Life is a circle because life starts over here with the first piece on the line in the lower right side, magic, sacheta. Life is magic. Life is the manifesting of things, the bringing things into being, the cycling of things. And we go up, and here we have the passion and the serving, the helping of others, the focusing of attention, female energies, the unconditional love. Here's the male again, going up the line, and the male energy over on the right side up at the top of the head. Life is a circle because the circle is representing cyclic things. It represents wholeness. The center of the circle represents the axis. Life is always moving. There's always movement in life. So the circle is moving. It has a center point. It has an axis that allows the movement and the cycles and the turning. When we look down the second line here, this second line goes from the left foot through the birthing area into the right foot. We're talking here about female energies and crossing the midline, and the male energies. Over on the male side is continuance and the corn mother. Corn mother is abundance and food and nurturing and massive potentials. She's right side up, sitting right next to the continuance on the foot. So we have a balance, like teeter-totter here with the feet, the things that are on the feet, and the energies that are coming from the nonlinear, going through the birthing area and into the right foot, which is manifesting. This is a balancing, a teeter-tottering of the energies of the male and the female. This movement, the teeter-totter, this stimulates the cyclic movement of the circle, of the ring. Looking down the second line, we have the unconditional love and the attention and the serving of others and the owning of this birthing energies. The ownership has to come from both the male side and the female side. The ownership of birthing has to come from both. The caring, the generating of the birthing, of raising the children, it has to come from both. If you're birthing ideas and new medicines and new ways to live, the energies have to come from both, and they have to be balanced. And they have to be The energy line moves this way to the male, to the continuance, and to the corn mother, mothering the abundance. The attention here, has to go always to continuance. Life serves life. And in this line and in the influence is the frog. It's going on that first line going up. It's going through the second line, and next to her is the unconditional love. Life serves life. Serves with unconditional love. Serves with focused attention. And it's always about continuance. How are things going to be in the future? How are they going to continue? What's going to happen with the next generation? Not just humans, but the animals, the plants, our earth, her atmosphere, the waters. What are these things going to be like? Life on our planet is very complex, very cyclic, very interactive. In the middle of this line, the first line going up is the Mother Earth, next to song, next to purpose in life, cuddled up to creativity, cuddled up to the Creator, sacred energies. Life serves life. The cycle, the movement, it always has to keep moving. So what are we doing in terms of serving life, serving continuance, keeping things balanced? In the Katasi way, the circle represents balance, harmony, harmony for all, not just a couple of people, harmony for all people, all animals, all plants, the waters, the airs, the planet herself. That's why life is always represented by a circle, and a circle with a dot in the center. And the next question, why do women need to be in the center? And what is men's role in this dance? This is a real interesting layer. In the drawing of the ground, there is a natural center place. And that's in the middle of these circles here, in the middle of the torso. It's the middle of the drawing. There's concentric circles and a big circle dot in the middle. And the spirits made another one. Not to erase the first one, but to add to. And that is this area where all the lines are converging. And that's right on the birth canal. That extra circle, the new circle. The bones have to figure out a way, the spirits, they have to figure out a way to try to answer the question. And we don't always have enough places on the ground and enough pieces with the right kinds of words and things to answer a question. And especially if there's multiple questions, it gets more and more challenging to try to answer them. So their solution was to make a second center. And that's the center of the circle, birthing, right there. And attention is right there, unconditional love is right there, helping, serving, taking care of is right there. The lion is there, standing up and owning your part in this picture, in this dance, whether you are male or female. The lion is actually on the left side of that midline, just barely on the left side of the midline. And here's women and females. Female energy, the nonlinear energy, is right here. It's still in that influence area. Still in the influence area is men right here. And the line points up to the masculine, male, linear energy piece way up there at the top. So there is a balance. There's always a balance. And between the 2 feet, the left foot and the right foot, and the energy line that is made with this pointer going from left foot through the birth canal to the right foot to continuance in the corn mother. If you look at the midpoint, that's dead center, the birth canal. That's right there, dead center, the birth canal. And these other 2 lines are coming down, and they are outlining the outer edges of the birth canal area. Women are in the center because women are the ones who have the physical capacity to conceive, gestate, give birth, and that gives them a certain chemistry, a nature that is conducive to raising children. They begin raising their children at conception. The influence of the woman, the mother, begins at conception, maybe even earlier, if the spirits of these beings are nearby, hovering around. The woman's influence from the time of conception all the way through gestation, the birthing, and then the raising and teaching, she's influencing. She is the primary influence on the child. That makes her an axis. She is an axis in the wheel. She's the foundation. She's the support. Here are the women, the female, her job. This is the foundation. This is the support of the circle. Without the axis, the central dot, there's no movement in the circle. Things can't have anything to turn around. They can't float around. They can't cycle. The men's job starts with sex, with conception. There's influence there if the man is around through gestation and birthing and raising the child. He has influence. In the Whitaker's tribe, the men are definitely around and present and very active in raising children. The men's influence as the perimeter of that circle, it builds a space in which the women and the children can be safe and healthy and happy and live their life. The process of life, birthing, next generation, raising those kids up, it needs a place. It needs safety, protection. It needs providing. Somebody has to be providing sustenance and housing and all kinds of things like that. That's a very big piece of the men's social job in the Whitaker's tribe. And as we look at the descriptions of the circles, that male circle is very protective and it provides. It guards from things from the outside. It protects the nature of things inside, protects the culture and the continuance. It provides information from outside, energies, and it's also a place where things from the center of the circle can go outward to the ring and out to outside. It's a communication station or barrier. Women hold the center place because they are the holders of continuance. They're the holders of the possibility of new generations, more kids. They provide that central axis place. In the central axis is unconditional love. In the Katasi picture, the center place contains unconditional love. It's the place, it's the home of the heart of unconditional love. Place of continuance, place of birthing, place of helping and serving others, place where your attention starts, place of creativity, place of connectedness to all other beings, all other things. Here's the Mother Earth here too. The Mother Earth is considered part of the center. She's considered female. She's the home, the nurturer, the womb that everybody grows out of and is held in, nurtured, kept alive, kept cycling. The last question was, how do women get back to the center and help the men find their place? So for this layer, we have some other things that come into play. And we start again with women holding their magic, holding their medicine, their passion, their focus, standing up and letting it be the pillars of their own house, getting their center, their song back, their unconditional love, knowing their own song. Song is right here on that first line. Knowing their own song and how that relates to how that relates to the Mother Earth, how it relates to other beings, how it relates to the men. Their own song. Waking up. Each person has to take this responsibility on for themselves. Women can try to assist and help and share things that will encourage their men to find their song, explore their song, follow their song, get back to their own center within themselves, being in their song, identifying with that their own song. When we do that, we identify with our own medicine. We identify with what that medicine means in terms of the others and what it means in our place in life. our place in relationships. Men have to find this for themselves, each individual. And each individual woman has to find this for herself. It is a private journey. A private journey of seeking the magic, the medicine, the attention, focusing attention, unconditional love, the helping of others, the nurturing of others, and the culture. Relationships, relating with others, with their men, their creativity, giving up their fear. Down here in this layer with women and the nonlinear female medicines, there is a piece, the centipede, which represents fear and uncomfortableness. We've learned in our culture to be uncomfortable with things female, feminine medicine, the non-linear, to very uncomfortable to try to put it on the leg, to make it the foundation of your life, to make it the center of things of your life. And right here at the other end of the pointer is fear, the big fear piece. It's at the heart level. And it's describing more fear, more uncomfortableness. Over here, kind of close to the hand and the ear, is doubt and lack of self-esteem, not believing in one's own self or one's own gift, one's ability to be able to do any of these things. These are problems that we have. This is what's holding us back. The vulture, the unconditional love, is being attacked and drowned by masks, and lots of really old mask stuff. And that keeps us from committing to ourselves, to our own life, to our own song, to finding and living and owning and identifying with our own song, to try to bring that way of being and knowledge to others. Mask land, it puts a big dent on it, throws a lot of fear and self-doubt in the way. The masculine medicines up here at the top, into that line, we're afraid of what those really are too. When everything got turned upside down, women got thrown out of the center of the circle, the ring became not much of a ring, pretty cattywampus. Men forgot what it meant to be the ring, to hold the ring, to provide this space for the well-being of the women and the children and the people of the household and the village. That circle provides a space that offers closeness and love and caring, deep friendship, unconditional love, bringing the beauty and gifts of life, and sharing, helping. Everybody helping everybody else. When there's a need for help, people step up. That's the frog medicine. Part of the male job is to provide that circle, the perimeter, that creates the environment that allows all this to happen, stimulates and builds and maintains the environment that keeps the women at ease, happy, joyful, full of song, being able to do their part, their work, being able to raise the children really well, teaching them about song and love. So the spirits say, we need to be finding this, each of us, for ourselves. We need to speak it. We need to own it, identify with it, speak it. Here is the death piece out here close to the right ear and the right hand, and it's with freedom. And this is where we are. We're stepping up to freedom. We're reaching out to freedom. Real freedom. Real freedom means not living in a broken circle. Real freedom means unplugging the social programming and the masks and all those blind beliefs and letting them all go. Real freedom means knowing your own song, feeling it, exploring it, identifying with it, being it, showing it, all day, every day. No matter what. No matter what's going on, what kind of activities, crisis, no matter who you're interacting with, or you're alone. Real freedom means owning your song and being free of all the masks and the programming and living that, sharing it. Here it's by the right hand. We give out to the world, we share it. So this is where we're at. We're reaching for, we're stepping up to, we're starting to learn about this massive change. It's a 180-degree turnaround. That's a massive change. And we're on the beginning steps. We're taking the first steps to this. We're learning the first pieces. We're making the beginning of the bridge to a world based on song and love and equality and all the song things. So that covers what the spirits have to say about all these questions and women's medicine.
Thank you again, Kay.
You are most welcome.
Just amazing. Beautiful.
You're most welcome.
Very exciting.
It is an honor. It is always a tremendous honor and a privilege to be able to share the bones and read the bones for other people. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to the spirits for being with us. Thank you, everybody.